Okay, it's my first time doing Instagram.
All right, let's see. And we are live. Well, not on Facebook. Mine isn't working either. I don't
I'm
know.
hitting the go live on Instagram right now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's it, dude. We right there. Perfect. So let's leave it open in the background.
Yep.
I like it.
All right. So we are back for another installment of the Authority Hour, where we are talking all things brand authority, digital authority, because absolutely, like we said, this is not an option these days. Like, we got to have that presence. So to that point, Ronnie, when you think about, well, actually, before we even get into our agenda for the show, how has this week been for you relative to continuing down that path of really even more so reinforcing your digital authority? What things have you activities have you um, engaged in this week?
I'm gonna edify you real quick. This is Jesse Bullock. He's the owner of Bull's Eye Consulting. He is a business coach with tons of experience and an ex-Air Force military veteran. I am Ronnie Haskins. I'm the owner of RH Auto Brokers here in Colorado Springs. I have been doing this for over 25 years as an auto broker, and I'm also ex-Army veteran from a long time ago. So that's who we're speaking to. That's who's speaking to you today.
Right. Yes. My apologies. I'm going to have to get that. We'll get all this stuff, it'll continue to get better and better, man. Yeah, but going back to it. What was that?
I'm just picking up the football. I answer your question. So this week has been lots of learning, man. Like, I don't know about you, but I seek what new things I can learn this week. And a lot of the things I learn when I'm failing, because I'm constantly failing, is I got to keep improving. So I worked this week. This was one of my scripts that I did for my videos that I made this week. And I'm getting a little bit better with that. I'm trying to switch up my delivery. So I'm working on articulation and speech patterns and stuff like that. So it's all learning. It's all good. There's, I use the word fail but I like the word fail. I know. Go ahead. Tell us what you think about that word.
Man, no, truly, for me, failure is not trying. So as long as we are continuing to plug away at it, like that's progress, because what ends up happening inevitably through just doing the things is we're either going to achieve our intended outcome or we're going to fall short. And if we fall short, then that's an opportunity to learn and regroup and come back stronger. So like, failure is being fearful of getting started to begin with, as opposed to saying, you know what do I have to lose? We gonna get to it. Yeah. So when you with the script piece, because I struggle with scripts, bro. Like, every time,
I'll tell you what I learned. Go ahead. Let's talk about what you want to know.
Yeah, like every time that I put together scripts, because I don't want to come across like I'm just like reading, you know what I mean? So it's difficult. Like, have you seen someone give a PowerPoint presentation where they stand there and like read the slides? And it's like, bruh, like, I can read, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
really annoying. That's a great point. Like, if you put a PowerPoint up there and read it to me, have you ever had someone do that at your desk? Oh my, I just want to choke them. Like, I've already read the whole PowerPoint. I'm 3 pages ahead and you're still reading page 1? That's frustrating right there.
Right. So it's like, in my mind, I'm thinking, whenever that I'm reading the script, like, I feel like I'm coming across the same way that the person that's reading the PowerPoint slide comes across. And it makes it difficult.
I feel you. So the feedback I have for you is this: like, when I start making my videos in 19, I was basically, I like being off the cuff. So I would use bullet points, and then I would, what they call riff. I'm a riff. I'm gonna talk about what I know.
Right.
And I got a long way with that. Like, actually, until this week, most of my content's been that way, or last week. that's what I do. I just put down bullet points and I'll speak on the bullet points, record it, and then go back and edit it. But what I found is making me better. But at the end of that recording, I forget stuff. I go back and look at the video and go, damn it, I forgot to put this in there. I forgot to put it. And now I don't feel like remaking the video. So done is perfect and good. Better done is better than perfect. I would just go ahead and put it out there. Right. The script, man, it's just like 30 sentences to make. I'm talking about a 1 or 2 minute video right now. And I'm not reading it. I'm not sitting there reading to the camera. I look at this and then I speak it. I'll just start the recording, set myself up, start the recording, and then I take my piece of paper, read a sentence, make sure I'm smiling, deliver it, and then look down and read the next one, And it takes like 15 minutes. And then that's like 9 minutes of recording or whatever, right?
Right.
And then by the time I edit it down, it's only 1 minute and 30 seconds of me just delivering those sentences. I don't know if I'm helping or hurting the situation here, but like,
absolutely helping. Go ahead.
I think that helped me get everything that I wanted to say, and also pause points and things of that nature. I was missing that when I was just doing it all from the cuff. So I feel like being prepared for making even a 1 minute video is helping me. Like, it's helping me deliver the message I really want to deliver.
Right. No, that's real. And I mean, if we just go back to what we just briefly did, our quick pre-production, we spoke about the bullet points, and that's going to drive this conversation. So I'm 100% there for that. I've done that as well. That's how I handle it as well. Like, it's just the quick bullet. So when I glance and I see the bullet, it jogs my memory of what it is that I want to discuss, so that we don't get to that point that you described where you finished and you look back and you're like, oh crap, I forgot that, or I forgot that. You know what I mean? So I use the bullet points to kind of keep me on track. But when it comes to this content stuff, from your perspective, how important are like where our eyes are? Because I've been thinking about that too. It's like when I watch back, my eyes be all over the place because I be, on this screen and this screen and this, like I got 4 screens over here. So like I'm constantly like, how important do you think that is when it comes to the final output, like what our eyes are doing during the content?
I guess it depends on if you're listening. If you're listening and taking notes and you're looking away, I think that's totally fine. But like when I'm talking right now, I want to talk right to the camera, to whoever's listening to me, because I feel like eye contact is important. Whenever I make a video, I like to look right at the camera so that I can engage with the listener and hopefully have some type of a connection with them. Right.
I think I need to reposition my camera because my camera's up there. So in order for me to
right here. It's like if I'm looking at you, I'm right here. If I'm looking at the camera and I'm talking, I'm right here. Yeah.
And that's the thing, like, because I'm looking at you. So when I'm talking, I'm continuing to look at you, which now I'm not looking at the camera.
Try it. So the next time when you talk, look at the camera.
Yeah. I do need
to. I got to
go. Yeah, I got to get better at it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, man. So when it comes to all of this digital presence, from your perspective and our Lord this year 2026, what is the cost of not showing up and not being there, like from your perspective?
Okay, so right now our topic is, what is the cost of not showing up digitally? So we're talking about this, right? We're talking about you don't think it's going to work for you, or you don't like it, or you don't want to do it, or you don't like TikTok, or you don't like Instagram or whatever. I can only go off my personal experience. When I'm buying something and I meet somebody, it's just like a reaction. I just go Google them or look up what I can find out about that person to figure out who I'm actually going to be doing business with. And if you don't have a digital footprint, like you've ever gone and tried to find somebody and then they have no picture, or someone sends you a friend request with no profile picture at all.
Right.
But for some reason you got 15 friends in common and it's like, I've never seen this person before. It makes me hesitate. it causes me to pause. I'm like, I don't know who this is. This even the person that actually sent me the friend request? I don't know if this is the same person or I'm being hacked. So that's one thing, right? Wouldn't you agree? Like it diminishes your authority. Like this is the authority hour. So if you are not showing up digitally, to sum this up, it diminishes your authority.
100%. And I love that example that you gave there, because I literally got one of those. So it wasn't a blank profile picture, but it was just like a random picture that wasn't the person. And it's like, I don't know who you are.
I mean, yeah. You know what though? You just said something else magical. Stock photos or avatars or AI pictures of you. Even though those things are really good, I'm looking to do business with Jesse.
Right.
So now if you've got an avatar after we get to know each other and you've already got authority with me, it's those avatars can take you a long way. But if you're just getting to meet me or send me a LinkedIn invite and you got a cartoon avatar, I'm like, I don't know who this person is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's real. I literally just went through that this week because we're finally updating the board of directors on the Black Chamber of Commerce page.
Yeah.
And like I've been on the board for a year and a half, 2 years, and and my picture or none of that is still on there. So we getting all of the bio stuff. And I felt the pressure because when I looked at the other board members, their headshot, and then I looked at mine and I was like, I don't like mine. Like it don't really.
Yeah.
So I went into Gemini, and the intent was to like make it look a little more like fitting for how it was going to be used, but it looked fake. It didn't look right. So I was like, nah, I'd rather just have this picture of myself that I ain't, I'm not the happiest about, but it's still me and it looked like me, as opposed to this remixed version that AI was trying to spit out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go see Maria Bay and get some more headshots. I want to take the whole team over there, me, Bonnie, and Christy, and get a whole composite thing done.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. I'm definitely gonna do that as well because it's necessary. We gotta have those for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. So another piece that, so when I think about the cost of not showing up digitally, when I think back to my time here in Colorado Springs, from the time that I've been here, the amount of people that I've met, they know me for consistently showing up. They know me for consistently bringing charisma. They know me for consistently talking about business in a serious way. Like we're not just talking around the edges business talk. Like that's what I'm known for. Well, that only extends to the people who have actually met me, which leaves a whole wide array of folks that have no idea what I represent when I'm not showing up digitally. By showing up digitally, I get to share what everyone knows me for to a much broader audience. And it's why, and we talked about this before, each week in BNI, I record myself because I know that in that room, I'm showing up in front of those 50 entrepreneurs. But to take that and expand it, like, why wouldn't I want to do that? Because I know that each week I'm talking about different facets of what it is that I do in kind of like a quick and concise manner. So now I can take that content, and instead of only there being 50 people knowing that I really talk business seriously and consistently all the time, everyone that's following me is able to get the same kind of thing. And also, like we spoke about before, the amount of time that we spend talking about some of the same things repetitively with different clients or different people that we speak to, by showing up digitally, you can have all of those conversations proceed when you meet with someone. So they already have like a baseline of who you are, what you do, and all of those things. So some of that small introductory talk can kind of already be taken care of by proactively showing up digitally. So I think it's a huge cost to not showing up.
It's exponentially huge because people will put the pieces together. Like if you, let's just say you go to a networking event and you meet somebody and you just don't hit it off for whatever reason. Now they have a preconceived notion of who you are. You're not actually showing up digitally. And so they just think this is what it is. They have no way to go back it up and go, I wonder what he was really talking about, or let me look into his other stuff to see if maybe I was missing something. There's just nothing out there. And so the last impression is what is going to be the reality. Perception is reality. It's just the reality for people. Like if that's what they believe, that's what they believe. And either you are going to tell your story online or somebody else is. Most of the time, it's probably going to be somebody that doesn't like you or you had a bad interaction with, and they're going to have something to say online. Everybody's got one of these. Everybody's got a keyboard, right? And so I feel like you got to play defense as a business owner. You cannot expect to be in business for 30, 40, 50 years and 100% of people be completely satisfied with everything that's ever happened. So, and by the way, that is just normal. It's going to happen to you at some point. So to have a body of work of information that people can go through a catalog and look at what you're actually saying over and over and over consistently, digitally, at some point, I just have to believe it. I'm like, yeah, this guy's right. Now, keep in mind, people who are competing with your business in the marketplace, who are out to do no good to your customers, are really good at doing this. So I feel like you should take it as like a badge of honor to go out there and protect your clients in your niche from the bad people that are really good at digital. So that's a major cost of not showing up digitally.
That is real. Like, so it's one person that springs to mind when thinking about what you just described, as far as folks that are not afraid to hop on, the socials in whatever form, but they ain't really talking about nothing. They ain't really bringing no value.
They're talking about getting your money.
Right. And it's harmful. So because people are looking at them as an authority figure because they keep showing up and they're always talking about the same thing, even though it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's just basically how you can click here and sign up to buy the next thing. And because they're so good at consistently showing up and putting on a show, these internet gurus, then people, people want to believe in something. So they'll go, who has not spent money with somebody and regretted it? Like I've done it. And sometimes it's instant. I buy something. I'm like, oh man, this is not going to work out. Let me go ahead and cancel right now. But like the copy and the funnel was so good that it had me, and it was too late at that point. So we know this is going on. So why not do it in a good way and take care of your clients?
100%. So speaking to that, because the credibility that's necessary to truly have that authority in space, a piece of that comes from actually having social currency, because it's one thing to reflect on what we say about ourselves, but it's a whole other thing to really take in what other people are saying about what it is that we do, and who we are and what we represent.
You're talking about social proof, like
there you go,
reviews and testimonials and stuff like that. Yeah,
no doubt. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been one of the things that, admittedly, I have struggled with. I am intentionally breaking myself out of it now, but it's been it hasn't even been like a second afterthought to ask someone, hey man, can you go leave me a review or something? Like I haven't asked.
I'm guilty. Yeah, I think I got like 50 across all the platforms. I don't know, but like, it's never been something. I feel like it's counterproductive because it's kind of like, I don't know what you call it. Like, we got 5 stars. It's like, well, I don't read reviews myself. I just don't. I don't really find you have to really have a body of work that's really bad before I get interested in reading the reviews. I have a shipping company that I've used for years, and all of a sudden I went online to look it up, and it was like 3,000 1-star reviews. I was like, oh, holy cow. Well, that pretty much adds up. That makes sense, and I was like, yeah, but they do give you proof. Like, it's definitely the words of others that are singing your praises that you've done a good job for, without a doubt, go a long way. And I think you and I, Jesse, probably going to have to adopt that and get it done. For me, I just wanted to be real. Like, I like it to be organic, but I think asking for it is something that's necessary if you're building out your business.
No, 100%. No, and speaking to your point of the reviews, I read the bad reviews.
I do too.
Like, yeah. I that's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for the worst reviews, and that's one of the conversations that I'll be having with my clients, because they get a bad review or whatever, and it's like, oh my God, how do I get it taken down? And it's like, just go in and respond. You know what I mean? Because,
yeah, you need to respond.
Right. Because the average person that sees that bad review, they want to see how you handled that bad review, because we all know that people can be dickheads, man. Like, no other way to put it. Like, people wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
It's a big shield, dude. Like, you can walk around with this thing, like, just that's the thing, right? We say stuff behind the keyboard that you would never say on the playground,
Absolutely, thumb thugging. So it's like that. I'm looking for those, and it's almost, when I see a perfect 5-star review with hundreds of reviews, like, I immediately think, you know what I mean? You cooking the books. You know what I'm saying? Like,
still, at some point you realize this purchase may not go the way I think it's going to go, even though all that's setting up there. Like, yeah, I'm fine with the 4.8 or 4.7. I'm good.
Me too.
And I know people are crazy. I know we as a species are crazy. Like, some people, I'm sure you teach this to your coaching clients, is, look, man, some people, we never should have been working together. It's just, so how do we serve them, exit, and move on? It's like, there doesn't have to be a big fight. It's just, okay, this is not going to end well,
Right.
Recognizing that, I think, is another skill, and probably another podcast hour. You know what I mean?
No, truly. Yeah. And we've alluded to it in previous conversations, but it's absolutely, it's like, yeah, no, for sure. So what I've been doing this week, man, because like I said, I know I've been bad at asking for reviews. So what we've been doing is having more long form conversations about, so what because I look at all of my clients as like, they are partners of mine in this, because not only are their businesses growing, but mine is as well. And when we, in 5 years from now, when we reflect back on these times, like, we in the mud together getting it. So the relationships that we have, like, it's a different kind of thing. So what we've started is, having these conversations where we're talking about the unique value propositions that my clients bring to the table, and some of the things that we've done together. Because when it comes time for me to refer out one of my clients, it'd be challenging, because I know so much of what's going on, and it's like, I don't know what I should share, like what they want me to share, what they don't want me to share. Like, it's like, I just don't say nothing. It's like, bro, you need to call them and talk to them, like, for real. Like, I can tell you definitively, like, you got to go talk to them. But it's hard to like know where my line is of what's acceptable to speak about versus what's confidential and, you know, our working relationship. So
Yeah, that's
by
interesting.
by having those conversations, we're able to just kind of talk through all of those value propositions along with the different things that we've done together. And then I built that into landing pages where when someone goes to the landing page and watches the video and reads the copy, by the time that they get down to the bottom of that landing page, it then splinters off and it's saying like, by listening to whoever it was that you was just listening to, you're probably thinking one or two things. Either you want what they've built or you want what they do. Right. So in the
Yeah,
form of them building a company that's going to fire them from being the sole operator or primary operator, or I want what you do.
yeah, okay.
So like that's been my the strategy that I'm really rolling with right now. So in the years that you've been doing this, Ronnie, what's been your primary strategy to have to build social currency, and where do you see the importance of having it now?
Well, so I started building social currency through handshakes. It wasn't digital. And this is for everybody. My whole thing is I do everything I say I'm going to do. It's very simple, it's very direct, and I deliver on that. So if I'm in your deal, it's going to happen. If I tell you this is what's going to happen, that's what's going to happen. So I think that I built um, a loyal following of clients before I became digital by shaking hands, delivering the service, standing behind the service, helping my clients succeed. And then I started bringing that to the digital market around 2019. That's when I started seeing it. I was like, man, like it's a megaphone that I can go talk to anybody I want. Could you rephrase your question? Maybe something you really want me to answer, because I feel like I'm a little confused about the question.
Okay, my apologies. I kind of grouped together two questions, so I'll parse them out. The first one is, when you think back to like throughout your journey, the intentional steps or things that you've done in order to build up that social currency so that the word of mouth is spreading around. You kind of answered it already as far as like shaking the hands, but shaking the hands and building the relationships are you know, that just naturally comes with networking. But have there been any intentional things that you've done with the express intent of getting a referral, like not a referral, a testimonial or some form of social currency that you can in turn use to show people that it's not what you say about you, it's about what other people say about you? Does that
Okay.
make sense?
I think you're asking me like, have I done anything intentionally to try and get more reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I'm like you. I don't do it consistently. I think that that's something we could probably do a case study on and work on it as we move forward. But I needed stuff for my website. So I reached out to the clients and emailed them and asked them to review the service. And what I used to do a long time ago was I used to send out a survey. When I first started from 2000 to like 2000, I would say around 2007 or 8, we would actually snail mail you a survey to fill out. And the reason why I remember it so fondly is, man, I had like a 98% response rate. It was crazy how many people would send it back. I would send a self-addressed stamped envelope in a letter to your house and ask you, it wasn't just like write up anything about me. It was like, answer these questions, you know? And it was crazy because it was nice to use that data. Like, okay, we're doing good here. This is where it looks like we need to improve. I think I could probably do that again with like a 1-page form, like just send you a form, like how are we doing in these areas, right?
Right.
Which I'm glad we're talking about this because I'm gonna write that down because I think I should go back to that. That makes, I don't know about you, I feel better doing that than, hey, write me a 5-star review on my website. I'd rather be like, hey, how do we how do we solve your problem in these 5 areas, like ease of doing business, competitive pricing, timing. Was it on your, was it prompt? Did we respond? Are you getting responded to? Like the list goes on and on, but I'm actually getting now because I'm like, ooh, I'm going to apply that. I'm going to come up with that survey and start surveying my clients at the end again. You do stuff for a while, you forget about it. Stuff that's working, it's like, okay. And then you get bored and move on. But man, that was something. So yes, we've done intentional things. After talking to you and listening and going through this podcast, it looks like I'm going to do another intentional thing. But usually I think that's what you probably are struggling with too, right? It's like, I need to get more reviews. And everybody says the same thing. Go give me a 5-star review. It's like, man, no, where were you happy? Where could we improve?
Right.
And what could we do to make your life better?
Right.
So I like it, man. Thank you for that. I just wrote that down, bro.
For sure. No, like having substance to the reviews, because the simple review, great job. Well, right. What is that?
I mean, think about it though. The survey, I think, is just more to the point. Like, if the questions are right, it's like just 5 questions. I do not like, this will only take 15 minutes. And I'm like, you get into it and I'm like, oh my God, like I'm tapping out. I just click the X on the Chrome browser and just close the whole thing out. It's like, I am not going to do a 30-minute survey, but I'll give you 5 questions, and then a box on the bottom, write in anything else that you were happy with, Right. Okay. Because the 5-star reviews kind of stale, right? Like you said, like I know a car dealer that has 5,000 5-star reviews. And I know that they are not 5-star. I'm like, how did you do that? Like, I actually know. I know how they did it. But, bro, they don't hold as much weight, right? That's what we're saying. The social currency we're talking about on the screen, like, what else can we do? So we can do surveys. What do you think, guys? Put it in the chat what you do for your business that we could be using for ours. Like, we're all here to learn. This is the authority hour. This is not Ronnie and Jesse preaching. I mean, it might sound like that. But
certainly not the intent.
That's not the intent. The intent is for all of us to improve and get better. So,
right.
Yeah, if you resonate with that, drop it in the comments. Like, let us know what you do, because we're open-minded to learn.
100%. So I know, like I just love Chris Palmer. I'm definitely going to be getting the send out cards going.
Bro, like, so I forget about it. That's already on autopilot for me. Every month, brownies, thank you cards, going to people's houses. Y'all don't know what we're talking about, do you? So there's a send out. So like, when someone purchases from me, a few weeks later, they get some stuff in the mail at their house. So yes, I am intentionally doing that too. But that goes back to social currency and building long-term gratitude. So I think we're summing it up by, you can build social currency by showing gratitude.
100%. 100%. I think that's the key to it anyway.
Sign up, dog. Yeah, it works, man. Trust me. I get text messages on the weekend. Thanks for these brownies. I'll be on the boat. Ronnie, thanks for the brownies. I'm like, oh my goodness, that stuff works. And it makes me feel good. It's like I did something to brighten up their day.
Right. Right. Have you tried the text messages, the text message option that's available through it now as well?
I am today years old, learning to send out cards to us text messages.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get with Chris Palmer and get that because I would like that. Like, I have never adopted text messaging as one of my marketing plays. I'm a square. Like, I want people to really be opted in. I don't want to spam people.
Right.
I want them to be happy to get my text message.
Right.
But if it's giving gratitude, hey Jesse, thank you. Text message, cards in your mailbox. Oh, okay? Call Chris Palmer. Chris, we're gonna be calling you. I didn't know. So how do you know that does that? Like,
so she's mentioned it. She's mentioned it. Yep.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So the send out cards, I haven't started with my subscription yet, but that's definitely going to be one as well, because I it's important to have a well-rounded, like, intentional engagement infrastructure with your customers. So that point of when they come and get a vehicle from you and it's just on autopilot, that the card is going out along with the brownies, which enables you to be out on your boat or wherever that you are, just kicking back and relaxing. And then you get the gratitude back from the person that just did business with you, which got them closer to sending a referral your way because of the way that you made them feel afterwards.
I do it because I want to, and I'm grateful. However, yes, that is the end result. Like, we have to show gratitude.
Right.
And you have to, like Myron Golden's words, not mine. We have, as business owners, we have to resist small thinking. And here's what I mean. Back before, I remember I sent my mom one of the send out cards, right? And she's like, it would be nice if you would just handwrite it yourself, because it's actually got my handwriting in it. Like, I've uploaded my fonts. I filled out this thing. And so if I can have the whole thing in my handwriting, right, you'll get it in the mail. But you can tell, you can rub on it, like, this ink's not moving. It's like, okay. So, but my mom's like, hey, you should be doing these by hand. I'm like, that's what we used to do, Mom. But it came down to, we have a lot of hats we're wearing. We want to show gratitude. And honestly, you have to be honest with yourself. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to sit down and write out 55 handwritten cards a month, or whatever the number is, with any type of consistency. I tried it. And so wanting to deliver that gratitude led me back to Chris Palmer. Sign me up, because I know it's going to happen. And every now and then you're going to get somebody that goes, I wish you wouldn't send me a card at all if you're not going to handwrite it yourself. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to send you another one for your birthday. Happy birthday, grumpy guy. You can't hate them to love. You just got to love them. I love you too, man. Enjoy your card. You see what I'm saying? The small thinking will keep you small for many, many, many years. And then you'll come back to the idea anyhow. So get your subscription, Jesse.
Yeah, I definitely got to get it for sure. Nah, because again, us remaining actively engaged, and because that's a form of showing up too. Going back to the other point that we spoke about a little bit earlier, when that card shows up at their door, like, that is you, or the chocolate, the
brownies, or
the brownies,
we do cookies right now because we want to switch it up.
Right. Like, that is a form of showing up for sure.
I like things like that, man, because I feel like nobody does it. When was the last time you got a letter in the mail, somebody saying thank you? Like, I like those little areas where there's not a lot of saturation or competition.
Right.
So,
right.
It's a no-brainer. That's a every month spend.
No, it just feels good, because I've referred a few folks to Chris, and every time that she gets a referral, she sends out, a send me card, and each time, like, you just feel warm inside. You know what I mean? And then when you warm them brownies up too,
yeah,
and they warm inside,
yeah, boom, it resonates for a while.
For sure. Now, as we are recording this, because there's so many opportunities when it comes to, like, how to show up. So this hour that we're talking today is going to turn into multiple pieces of content that creates more consistent presence. So from your perspective, what's the importance of repurposing content?
I don't think I do it enough, but I do it. Like, so here's what I learned over the last year. So I can make a 15 or a 10-minute video on YouTube that I put on YouTube. Once you load it up onto YouTube, it will generate a transcription of that video. This is game right now. So you want to learn how to do it. This is how you do it. Then you go and copy the transcription and plug it into my AI. It is all my words. And I tell the AI, turn that into a blog that's a 3-minute read, over 500 words with long SEO tail words. Done. 30 seconds later, I've got a blog, and then I need to add pictures or whatever. And those are the blogs that end up on my website. It is all from me. So I can repurpose that one video into the written word. I can also shorten the video up into clips. And I'm not hitting on this by any means. Like it's right now, my goal is just to put the content out, but like you can repurpose the stuff you're doing multiple different ways and land in different places. For the people out there that think that video is the end all, I think video is wonderful and you should do it. But if you're sitting at home and you're like, when I get the courage to do a video, I'm going to have a long video and I'm going to make it good. Well, can you write a blog? Can you speak into the phone and not have your picture up at all? If that makes you feel better, and just do a voiceover. I mean, you can do multiple different ways of producing content to put it out for people to consume.
100%. So I've made my internal processes cyclical to that point where each week when I meet with my clients, the meetings are recorded because the transcripts I use to make sure that we keep everything organized, because we talk about a whole lot of stuff. So to make sure that nothing falls off the plate relative to all of the goals and objectives that we're working on together, the AI helps me to keep all of the, priorities organized. But beyond that, I'm also able to repurpose the coaching conversations that are being had each day into content, rather it be, standalone visuals, rather it be carousels, rather it be reels where it's clipping out the piece of the meeting that's just me and turning that into content. So that now, like as the content is being created from other content, that repurposing process, I look at my social media, and that's where my 45-second comes from every week now. Like I just scroll through my social media and I pick out a topic and the topics all come from my client meetings.
Questions.
Yep.
Yeah. Every day. I love it. I mean, you got to figure it out. Like there's multiple ways to do it. I think the best way is the one that you'll actually do.
That part. And are going to continue to do, like not just start
consistently. Yeah. Like if you feel good about just writing a 400-page essay, then so be it. Do it. Get it done.
Right. The importance is to do it, to just do it.
I think that's why I do a lot of it, Jesse, is because I've always been a doer. It was just, as a kid, it was, I can't say that I was naturally a doer. It was just, I was pushed into like, we're not going to talk about this. We're going to get it done, And so I think finding something that you can do every week, I try to figure that out, right? How do I get people to fall in love with doing stuff? Because in the end, here's the results. Like you do a whole lot of stuff, you count a whole lot of money. You do a whole lot of stuff, you will be able to count a lot of money. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? How do you get people, I mean, anybody out there in the universe, like how do you get people to understand the importance of, doesn't have to be perfect, we need to get this done. And you can always be improving. Like that's the other thing, like the improvement never ends. Like we will die trying to make this podcast perfect.
Right. No, so probably the unpopular opinion.
Hold up.
All right.
Hey, man.
Hello. I forgot. Is it Nara? Nara?
Ronnie.
Okay. Maybe I'm reading the wrong name. Ronnie. But you don't have a salad. Sorry.
No, I don't have a salad. No, I just have one pizza.
All right. And I do apologize about the delay. Sorry.
Sorry. Thank you.
Busy morning and the roads are not helping right now.
It looks right. So. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry
So
about that, man.
no worries. So to answer your question, I think, and this is probably a unpopular opinion, but everything that I do centers back to data as a business coach. So by actually being able to quantify the results that are coming back, I think that that is the easiest way to get someone to truly have buy-in to investing in the activities, because you know what's actually coming back as a result of it. So when you mention by doing the things you're going to count a lot of money, well, there's a journey, there's a gap between doing the things and the money showing up.
Yeah.
And what connects the two is the data, from my perspective, because as you're putting out the content and you're assessing how well that content is performing relative to the intended outcome. So if we are putting out content and the call to action is to go to our web page, then we're going to look and see what our web traffic looks like following posts. And when we put out a certain kind of content, and then when you go look at the website traffic and you like, oh my goodness, like the traffic spiked significantly on this day because of this content. So now we can assess what about this content is different than the other content that we've put out, to figure out, oh, okay, so this standalone graphic that posed the question this way resonated with our audience and drove the traffic accordingly. Because
So.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm sorry.
No,
I thought
no.
I
Nope.
think so, but I think, dude, like when you're building a digital presence, right? I think in the beginning, for the first couple of years, your videos are going to suck. Like they're not going to be quantifiable in data, right? I think I don't think anything you're saying is wrong. What I'm saying is, facing the data that's not good. Like hey man, like if you were to go talk to a coaching client and say, I need you to get on social media, I need you to build an authority. In the first month, they do video after video after video after video to no result. Like it's like 3 viewers. It's flatline. It's not doing this. It's not doing that. I think at the end of that 30 days is when we have to self-assess, because the data is just not going to be there yet.
That's true.
Okay, the sound is bad. The microphone is bad. I switched microphones this week. I hope it sounds better. Last week, I didn't like the microphone. I'm like, this week, I'm making a change. But over time, you start seeing the numbers start to rise and your audience start to grow. And then definitely, you start running those targeted ads for your clients about this particular piece of content about X drove that much. So I think that they can both exist, is all I'm saying. That you have to do certain things. You got to have courage, man. You got to have courage to do stuff in the face of insurmountable odds of nothing's going to happen. But if you trust the process, you'll count a lot of money.
Right. No, I couldn't agree more. And I think that goes back to the discipline component of it.
Lord, my favorite word.
Yeah. That dog mentality, like the discipline to, when you post that content, that in your mind and in your spirit, you like, oh, this about to go crazy. Like, it's no way that everybody ain't going to connect to this. And you post it, and then you refresh 5 minutes later because somebody done already liked it, and nobody liked it. And then you come back an hour later and nobody liked it. And you come back a day later and nobody liked it. And you just like, no, that was it. Like, that was getting ready. That was supposed to, like, the discipline to say, all right, well, we still gonna keep on going regardless.
Or the discipline to realize that just because we liked it didn't matter. Like, it's like, maybe there needs to be more research to find out what my clients are actually interested in. I did a video yesterday, I got 14 views. I was like, oh, I was that person. I was like, oh man, this is gonna hit. And I could go look it up now to see how it's performing today. But after I realized that, I was like, okay, whatever. I said the truth. People didn't like it, moving on. Or it could have been the title. The title was really long in that video and it was kind of convoluted. So it really didn't go after my target market either. It wasn't really designed for that. But yeah, that's the truth. I had to just put it down and move on. Off to the next video. It's tough, man. I'm not going to be like, oh, you got to love it. I don't know if I'll ever love it. I think that I like leaving a message for the next generation, my kids, like, even if they're boring.
You know, and I don't think a price tag can be put on that for, you know, our children and grandchildren and future generations to be able to go back and like see, oh man, like it was really about progress.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you can control your own narrative post, you know, our existence here on this earth.
It's fascinating. And everybody can do that. Everybody can do it. Everybody says that at the family reunion. I wish we had video of grandpa. Well, it's right here. Put it out there.
Right. No, and you know what? In the times that we are in right now, there's a whole new value proposition for having your own original content out there in a world full of AI. And you know, when you see information, you immediately got to question yourself, is this real? Like a video, you looking at a video and you got to look twice. Is that real? You know what I mean? Like
dude, that's a whole nother podcast. That's what we've been talking about. That it's like it goes back to the cost of not showing up. So Jesse, if I've been putting out content since 19, somebody somewhere is taking that content. You can go get my YouTube videos right now and drop the link into AI and have it write yourself a blog and put it out there like it's yours. YouTube is fighting stuff on that, and you know, for people copying or whatever, but I said it, I put it out in the universe. You can take that idea and you can go transform it into something else for yourself. So, but yeah, man, if you're not showing up, at some point we're going to realize it's not you. Like, how do you tell, like 5 years from now, is that really you, Jesse? Like, dude, it's hard right now. So if you're not building a catalog, I put it back on the screen for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's a major cost of not showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because pretty soon, somebody's going to look just like us and put it out there and get people to sign up, and it's not going to be me.
100%. Whereas this creates a catalog.
Yeah.
Right? A solid foundation of this is who I am. This is what I represent. This is the true value, right? Like this isn't AI powered.
Right.
This is straight off the dome.
I mean, that one actually, you know, I've done some things to prepare myself for it. I did it like 3 or 4 years ago. I have what's called a super link. It's like Ronnie.Haskins. I'm the only one that can own it. I bought it right away. So at some point, that's the only web address. I think they're calling that Web 3.0. Ronnie.Haskins, and everything on me comes up. And it's, you know what? It's blockchain. So dude, it's coming. And that's going to be great for me because everything I have for sale will be all in that catalog. And if you're not there, you're in the wrong place.
100%. And by getting started now, you start building your audience.
You're right. And you just drive them to that link. It's like, go to this link. You know, it's me. You know, we're not talking about that yet. Hey, go to my link. You know, you pretty soon we'll be saying, go to my link, and here's how you know it's me. That's going to be a tough time for marketers, man. Like, oh man, I can feel it. I'm sure you can feel it. I feel we have a hard time articulating it, but I can feel it coming.
No, it's about to be a lot of people that are fully left behind between all of the AI, and there's also an overabundance of folks that are in the content, you know, creating space. So when you don't have any presence at all, like how do you, I don't know how they survive and what the future is going to look like. I honestly don't.
I can't live in that future. I just don't feel like I can. You know, I have no interest in it. I actually like being involved in it. And I like seeing the new technology advance. And I fear the day that I'm like, like we all are going to get older, and it's like I don't want to do it that way. I can't use my phone. I find some of those things happening now. I'm like, dang it, I can't figure this out. Like, it's frustrating when I can't figure it out.
Ditto.
Yeah.
And man, I'm wondering what the impact is going to be the more that we move into the virtual space, because that's going to be huge.
I have fought that one. Like I had like the first 2 or 3 VR headsets from Samsung. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is going to be so sweet. I'm going to sit in my chair with my feet up and I'm going to watch Netflix. And it happened. And I put it on and I brought up the Netflix app and it was all that. It was like, I got Avatar, right? And then in about 3 minutes, I was like, somebody could hit me in the head with a bat. I can't see anything but this movie theater. And so I put it down, never to return to it. But Mark Zuckerberg did not put it down. They are hell bent on making VR a thing. They think people are going to get married. They're never going to leave their houses. I don't even know if I want to talk about that, because I'm like, dude, that's not for me. Like, you can just go play golf in your chair. Like, I'm not excited about that. Now, as we are building Thor, it's like, okay, I might have to have a car walk around. Here's a vehicle walk around. Come with me. We're going to get in the car, put these on, we're going to walk around the car and sit down in the chair.
I mean, I think a part of it is it's going to have to evolve to that space for us as a society, especially as AI is displacing folks from employment and the world is shifting. Like there are so many people that their entire, like how they value themselves is tied to what they do for a living. So
I think all of us have it to a degree, right?
Yeah, a lot of people for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. So it's like they don't even have a sense of value absent the role that they're in. So as AI is coming and eating up a lot of jobs, people are not going to have that sense of purpose. So it's like, do you want them in the real world with no sense of drive whatsoever? Like, that's not going to be good for society either. Like,
you mean they're just going to be sitting at home, like lunch in a cup, walking around the moon with a headset on?
Have you seen Idiocracy?
No, I have not seen. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
Bruh, you got to see that movie. But one of the things in that movie, so they had a recliner, and the recliner had been converted into a hybrid between a recliner and a toilet. So,
so you have to move.
Like, these people just sitting there in a comfortable, cushy recliner and using the restroom in the same place, like just there. Like, there are already a lot of people that, you just kind of sit back and you're like, what do you bring to society? And it's hard. Like, as AI is coming online, it's going to be more people that's just like, so there's going to have to be something for them to do. So I can see the virtual world really having it's going to be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Zuckerberg is hell bent on it, man. Like they just haven't. I did not like not being able to see anything but was on the screen. Like, if you make it so I can see behind me and turn my head and look,
right,
I'd be more interested in it. Like, wearing the glasses and getting information, I would like that. But like, just checking out and like, they made movies about this stuff, dude. Like The Matrix. You talking about The Matrix?
Yep.
You're talking about The Matrix. Like,
yeah.
Is that really noodles? Does that taste like? It tastes like noodles. Is that noodles? I don't know what noodles taste like. It's scary.
Yeah, but again though, some people do need to check out though. So like, yeah, go ahead and take your VR headset, because if the VR headset is going to stop you from being like counterproductive in real life,
Yeah.
then go be counterproductive in a world that don't affect me.
Yeah, go play Grand Theft Auto 7 with the VR headset on. Yeah.
Oh man, Ronnie, another incredible conversation, brother.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. And then the week after that, I'm gone. Well, I don't know. I can do it from Beaver Creek, maybe. I'll be in the mountains, but I'll have my computer with me.
That'd be dope. If you here for it, I'm here for it.
All right, yeah. I think we can definitely chat about it. It's at noon, right, on Friday. Unless I'm traveling on that day. We'll see. I might be driving.
For sure.
Next week, I'm back. Yep. I'm enjoying it, Jesse. I'm having fun. I hope people get something out of this. And I'm waiting to our audience to build so they can start bringing us stuff we can learn.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I mean, and a part of that is going to be us putting it out there to let them know that we're doing it. Like this week was the first week that I put together a little flyer and posted it in a couple of the groups, but creating that sustained, that sustained campaign of, to let people know that we're actually doing it, because it's no shortage of people that are in the same position as far as like figuring it out. And then there's even more people that are just scared and like don't know where to begin. So it's no question that there's a massive audience for what it is that we're talking about. It's just a matter of cultivating it.
Sounds good, brother. I appreciate the time as always.
Absolutely. So for all of our listeners, thank you very much. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here with us, and we appreciate that. Thank you for listening to the Authority Hour.
Cool.